Thanks, Alex. It's an exciting time to be a fan of ETSU Buccaneer football. There's a new man at the helm of the blue and gold and several high-profile transfers heading to Johnson City. Here to tell us about all the off-season happenings for the Bucs is head coach Will Healy. Thanks again for joining me. Is this kind of the calm before the storm? I mean, before 4 days off, and then you guys get started getting ready for the season?
Yeah, the summer's been massive for us, and Doc and Dr. Nolan deserve a lot of credit for what we've been able to invest for having these guys here all summer long. And obviously the NCAA rules now, we can work with them and do football during the summer. So you hope to have a big head start. They've worked really hard. We're going to give them some time off on July 4th, give them a couple days before fall camp, and we'll be in pads July 29th. So every time I drive by one of these billboards that has it counting down, I'm like, goodness gracious, I got a lot to do between now and then. But exciting time for sure.
You know, new players, new coach. When was the honeymoon over, or is it over yet?
I don't ever feel like it started. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just get right to work, and I think you're implementing a vision for what you want the place to look like. And I think a big part of it for me is making sure that some of the same things that we've got to get fixed now aren't some of the same things that we're trying to get fixed 12 months from now. So it's truly being involved in the day-to-day and make sure that the experience for these guys, the experience for these coaches, that we're setting ourselves up for to give ourselves the best chance to have success in the fall. And so there's always something, and you know, it's one of those where it makes it really difficult to separate yourself from the office when you go home, but you've got to, and especially in year one, it's chaos.
I got my second notice for the SoCon Media Day coming up just down the road.
Yep.
You know, the way too early SoCon preseason poll has you guys pretty much in the top three. You think that is because of the D1 transfers that you have coming in, especially the two that you have at quarterback?
I would say that preseason polls mean less now than they've ever meant before, because everybody's got 55 new players. You know what I mean? Nobody has a clue what anybody else has, and I think that you can sometimes be so blinded by here's who they just took, or oh, I'm worried about these guys, or that you're not focused on your own guys. My goal was, when we got back in June, that we thought we put together the best roster that we could have. I think we've done that. Now it's, how do our guys come together? How prepared are we to begin fall camp? How far along are we in the installation perspective? And then it's bigger, stronger, faster, and making ourselves tough to beat in the fall. And I'm very pleased with where we are with that.
Coach, we got a little time left. I know that you were focused just on the first game of the year, but of course after that, the game that everybody around here has circled is you get to go to Knoxville and take on Tennessee. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, we heard they're ticked off that Joe went down there and beat him in baseball. So now,
That's true.
Now we got all the fans booing us and flipping us off when we walk in. But no, I'm really, honestly, and we've had this conversation. I am so. What are we doing right now in June? And I know it's cliche, I get it, but I truly have tried to live that more than I ever have before, because I think you can all of a sudden get caught up in September and say I didn't do a good enough job getting here and we're not prepared like we need to be. So it's been be present now, and all that stuff will work itself out. We'll worry about that week too.
All right, ETSU head football coach Will Healy, as they prepare for the upcoming season. Obviously, we'll talk to you again before the